Yo, what is going on, man? I am BeBall Jones. I am simply a basketball trainer that is here to bring you the blueprint, the stories, and the mindset to help you make progress in your game. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's get it. So the goal of this podcast was to get you guys to know who Amiya Evans is. Um, and I think we kind of did that. So we get a lot of non-basketball talk here, but we did very well. We were on track. So you found out about her journey. Like she's a player at the University of Georgia, and she's doing her thing up there. You know, she's saying this is going to be her takeoff year, her leap off year, that year of growth for her. And she is the daughter of former NBA player Reggie Evans. We talk about that, her experience of growing up, of being in the life of being a daughter of that daughter being in the NBA, everything that came with that. But then we did good for a while, and we took a left turn. We started talking about all the type of stuff about how she kind of managed being in a relationship while she was in college and how to navigate through that situation, and kind of how she set boundaries in dealing with life and basketball at the same time, getting her perspective and thoughts on this current generation and things that's going on. And then she messed up because she started playing along with my jokes, and then things got left from there, and you just saw how silly she was. So overall, man, this is a very fun episode. This is a very good one. I think I did a good job of helping you all get to know and get to see who Amaya Evans is. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. Without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Amaya Evans. Oh, Amaya, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I am great, man. I got you on a podcast, so I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great as well. I'm here on the podcast.
Listen, you doing good. I'm doing good. So that means we're gonna have a great interview, a great episode today. So,
Yes, I'm excited.
and you got a little bulldog on your chest, man. What's that
Yes,
about?
I go to the University of Georgia. Go Dogs. I'm a junior this year, so I'm very excited. Very, very excited. This year is a very big year for me, so it's just like getting into all of that is honestly like what I'm preparing for, and so I'm just ready. Like I'm excited just thinking about it. I feel like I got a lot to prove. And I feel like, what I'm saying, even as a team, like we do. So it's like, I'm ready.
What makes this such a big year for you?
For me personally, because I feel like this year is going to be my breakout year. I feel like my first 2 years, I really didn't play like that. I had like certain people in front of me, like fifth and sixth years. And so it's just like, now that I've had certain time to kind of like develop and also like face adversity like on and off the court, I feel like it's made me into like a better person, a better player, and just like really observing and you know what I'm saying, and then even thinking about like, okay, watching the games and then being like, okay, and knowing the feeling, like let's just say we lost or something, so it's like I'm gonna have that sand, like I have a chip on my shoulder, you know what I'm saying? So that's
Mhm.
like a really big thing for me, and I feel like that's what I'm saying. I have to let people know exactly who I am. So that's why this year is such a big year for me.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So who are you then? You letting people know who you are. So who are you?
My name is Amiya Evans, and I'm a stretch four. I stretch the floor. I be in the paint. Yeah, like that's who I am.
So why should we know about you though? Like,
Because why should the world know about Amaya Evans? I feel like the world should know about Amaya Evans because I'm that girl. Like, psych no, but because like I love the game of basketball and I honestly have like a lot of energy and you know what I'm saying? Like I love what I do and I obviously would want people to like watch that. And then plus like basketball is what I want, is what I'm using to become to be successful and to be happy and this, that, and the third. So like as far as people watching, people want to know me, get to know me, I just feel like there's so much I could say. Like, the world should get to know Amaya Evans because, like I said, I'm that girl. Like, I don't know how to put everything into words, but it's just like I feel like I just bring a lot to the game of basketball. So it's just like I feel like that should be broadcasted and showed.
you never been asked that before, have you?
No, I haven't. That's why I'm like, let me really think about it. I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, why would somebody want to get to know me? Like, because I'm cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm nice. That's what I'm saying. Like me as a person. I was just like, okay, what about you as a basketball player? It's just like, I never really thought about that question. But that's a really good question though. Like I like that question.
That's why I'm here, dog. You feel me? I ask good questions and you get to answer them. That's what we do here. Okay.
Right,
So,
right.
but no, I feel like you got like a good hour to go ahead and answer that, you know. So we're gonna find out who you are throughout this process. So um I want to go back to what you said earlier about dealing with stuff on and off the court.
Mhm.
What were some of those things that you dealt with and overcame?
So, I mean, not playing was a big one because, I was playing like coming out of high school and just like it being like, wait a minute. And in my eyes, nobody's better than me. So, what are we doing? So, I just feel like knowing that, and I just feel like getting through that kind of taught me like I have to first like be patient. Yes, like my time is coming, but also know to work hard and don't stop working. I feel like that is like one of my biggest takeaways because at the end of the day, the work will show. If you put in the work, it will. And so I feel like that was like my number one thing, and then getting adjusted to that, and like classes and stuff, like balancing everything just because we go so hard and we go for like a long period of time. Like every day of the week, we're working out for, I don't know, 3-4 hours. And it's just like, okay, now my body's tired. Now I have to also have school. And like just balancing that and like knowing that school is still important and understanding that I'm a student athlete, student first. And so just learning how to like balance that. Also, like with my social life and everything, I feel like in college, you go through different things with people, like just being away from your family. So it's just like whatever you go through, you're like, for me, it's like I can call my mom and dad, no problem. But like knowing that they're not right here on my shoulder, I feel like that is what like allowed me to really like grow and just persevere, you know what I'm saying, to become like an adult. So I just feel like all of that is kind of like what I went through, and now I feel like I know how to handle and deal with things accordingly and better as I've like matured, because it can be a lot. Like it could be a lot being a student athlete, and especially like at a school like the University of Georgia, it's a lot. So I don't know, like just growing, and it's beautiful. I believe in God, so it's just like really putting everything in Him and trusting in Him to guide me through everything that I face has just like allowed me to become a better person, be a better Amaya Evans.
Yeah, I know that it's always a tough pocket when you see players sitting out because
Mm-hmm.
it's like on one hand somebody has to sit out. Like I can't play
Right.
every girl, and then on some pockets it's like some girls aren't playing because they're not ready yet, and then some girls aren't playing because I just can't play everybody. Like somebody in South Carolina, like bro,
Right.
we got
Right.
oh come on man, like I gotta sit somebody. Somebody has to sit out and play.
Right.
But on an average roster, it's like you have your starters, and it's clear that they're the starters. Then you have the bench and role players. It's clear that they're there. Then you have the girls who aren't there. So, how do you manage keeping that confidence up and not letting that affect you? Knowing, like you said, you know you should be playing, but you're
Right.
not. So, how do you manage that mindset and keep your confidence up when you're not playing like you wanted to?
I feel like I think confidence is like another big thing that I went through. I feel like my confidence was like here and there, but also like no being consistent. So okay, cool, I didn't play. So now I'm in the gym working 10 times hard. Like that's my motivation. That's my fuel when I'm in the gym working hard. So it's like, okay, knowing that I'm staying working, and then in practice, okay, cool, I'm seeing certain things go in. I'm seeing, what I'm saying? I'm telling myself positive things, and then even though like my confidence might be at a low, but still trying to tell myself positive things and staying in the right mind frame definitely has helped my confidence stay in, and so will stay up. And so I think that's just the biggest thing, like telling yourself the right thing, kind of tricking your mind, like, you know what I'm saying, you have to, and let yourself know. And then obviously like my teammates, they definitely had my back. When anything got low, they were like, Amaya, you got it, and this and the third. So I think that's like a really big thing. It's just like them having my back really helped as well.
But talk to me through that process of keeping your confidence up because like everybody says you have to work on it, you have to do things, but like what did that look like for you? Like trying to keep your head above when things are going down. So what did you kind of do actively to say, all right, I'm taking a hit right now. Like you're in that slump right now where confidence is low. What did it look like for you to get yourself back up where you are feeling more better?
I feel like the main things that help my confidence grow up is, like I said, just seeing the ball go through the hoop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like seeing yourself like, okay, you know you can do it, but seeing yourself doing it is just like, okay, it's working. And having those, like my dad always, like keeping me level headed, saying certain things to not forget who I am in the first place. Like I didn't get to the University of Georgia. Like in my head, it's like, do I suck? Because you know what I'm saying? Like that was kind of a thing for me. But it's like, and then also believing God, like God didn't place me here for no reason. So like keeping faith, because it's hard. I'm not gonna sit up here and say it's not hard. Like it's very hard. And to maintain your confidence and then this, that, and the third, but just like staying prayed up and believing in yourself and continuing to work is definitely how I'm managing through confidence. And especially even right now. So it's just like I know as we're having more practices and then the games start rolling around and then I'm like living up to everything that I want, all my goals, I'm going like my confidence is going to be through the roof. And then it's just going to be like I knew I could do it. Like you've been knew this, Amiya. So it's just like carrying that over is what helps me.
Yeah, because it's like a lot of times that confidence gets taken, or it
Mhm.
takes a dump, it takes a little hit. But
Mhm.
like you said, you have to put the work in,
Yes,
and
you do.
then like a lot of players forget that part. It's like, oh,
Mhm.
I should be confident, but confident in what? You
Right.
don't have anything to show that you should still be doing this. So then on the other half of it is like you have to not arrogantly, but remind yourself who you are. Like
Yes.
you at Georgia. Like, come on, bro. Like of all the schools,
Of all
Georgia.
the schools, Georgia, exactly. Exactly.
So you gotta play that mind game of like, yeah, I gotta keep working and build myself back up. But I'm still here for a reason. Like
Mhm.
I ain't just some slouch. I ain't just some rinky dink at nobody's
Right.
school, you feel me?
Right.
Like I'm at Georgia.
Right. Exactly.
And then too, you come from a hooper. So it's like it's different for you. So it's like,
Mhm.
hey, if he can do it, I can do it.
Mhm. Exactly.
But what has it been like? So for people who don't know, who is the dad that we're referring to?
My daddy is Reggie Evans. He played in the league. He played in the NBA. He played in the league for 13 years. I don't know like offhand how many teams he played for. Probably like 7, 8. Like I know them, but I don't know each like how many. But yeah. So he was in the NBA. He played for a couple teams. He was really good. He was a post player. He was really known for rebounding. He was really good at rebounding the ball. Very physical. So that's my dad in a nutshell.
Man, like not too long ago, I think it might have been last week. Gilbert Arenas was talking about why he would not play in the Big Three, which is where your dad is playing right
Oh
now.
yeah, I did see that video.
He was like, he's
I
looking through the rule
did.
book and he's like, all right, all right, cool, this, that, it's half court fouls, unlimited fouls. Who playing?
Yeah.
Reggie? No, sir. I am not against him. Maybe against not him.
No, I did
That's
see
who your
that.
daddy is.
No, I did see that. That's what I'm saying. Like one thing for sure is I just remember people always saying like they just did not like playing against my dad. Like he just super physical, his motor super high, like he's super, he not I don't want to say super dirty, but dirty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he scrappy. Like he gonna get the ball. So that's always what I've heard about him. So I guess it's true, right? I seen that interview. I was crying, laughing. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Nah, I used to watch your dad a lot, and
Really?
yeah, it's accurate. Like everything you saying, he was known for his rebound. I think he had like a 20 rebound game. He had a couple of them. Like he
Yes.
was
That's
a
actually
beast.
insane. Like 20 rebounds is crazy.
Yeah, that was his thing. So for somebody that's getting 20 rebounds, you don't want to play against them in the Big Three on
Right,
unlimited fouls.
right, right. No, definitely.
So yeah, like when Gil said that, I'm like, that sounds not fun going against Reggie
Accurate.
Evans. Like I'm, mm-mm. Then like so. when you were growing up, was it weird kind of growing up with an NBA dad?
No. Like it's the most normalest thing in America. And like because my dad was traded at a lot of different places, I would have to like I only lived in certain places for like maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, and every new school like I would go to, um, they will always. I would never tell anybody who my dad is because I think it's weird. I'm not sitting asking my friend Billy like, "Oh, who's your dad and what is he like?" I never would talk about my dad, but for some reason, the whole school would always end up finding out. I would be like, "How do y'all know this? Like, how do y'all know him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this?" Now that part was weird to me. Like, I don't really like that part of it all. But I mean, like, my daddy act like any other dad in America, I'm sure. And well, to me, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just so normal for me, like, because it's just, I don't know, I guess what I'm used to. Like, he my only daddy. So I don't know. It's nothing is weird about it. Like, my dad is my dad. And to me, he's very regular. So,
I think the only thing, because I know your dad got traded and bounced around a lot
yeah.
through his career. So I think the only thing you could kind of compare that to would be like a military kid who had to bounce
Yes.
around and do a
Yeah.
lot of stuff like that.
A lot of people would like my family will always be like, "Y'all like military kids, y'all like a military." I didn't understand what it meant. I'm like, what? But now, like as I'm older, I guess military people do move around a lot. But also that was like kind of normal for me too. Like I made friends. It's like it wasn't hard for me to make friends. Like more than anything, I miss my family. Not being able to see them. But my parents always like let me know, like as long as we got each other, it's me, my sister. I have two sisters and one brother, and so it's just like as long as all of us are together, then that's all that matter. And so like knowing that, it was easy for me to me to transition everywhere that we went. Like it didn't matter. Like I had my family, I was straight.
So I know you said it's kind of just regular for you, but at the same time, it's like, were you going to like school with other celebrities' kids, or was it just like a regular school for you?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, because who's to say that my dad's teammate kids didn't go to the school? I don't really know. I don't know. And like, I just don't, I think it's also too because I don't pay attention to stuff like that. Like, especially as a kid. If you was my friend, you was my friend. I didn't pay attention to nobody's parents. Everybody just knew about mine. Like, so I don't really know.
Hmm. So I'm guessing from that story, it's like you probably didn't go around with other celebrities' kids. Because like if that's your mindset, I'm pretty sure the other kids have the same mindset too. To just be like, bro, I'm here to get my education and have friends like the rest of y'all, man. Like,
Right. Right. I would assume so. I would assume I
yeah.
would assume so. But also too like growing up, like I don't think like I just hung out with my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like I just hung out with my sister and my friends at school was my friends at school. And then like when I would go to my dad's game, I would hang out with like the players' kids. So that's about it though.
Mm. And I think the funny thing you were telling me, you didn't want to play basketball when you
Oh
first
yeah,
got
no.
into it.
No. I did not want to play basketball at all. I thought that it was stink. It the sweat. It disgusted me. Everything about it. Like I was a girly girl. I don't think people say I'm a girly girl now. I don't really think I'm a girly girl, but I was like really a girly girl then. Like I really wasn't just into the whole basketball scene like at all. It's
Mm.
so crazy because like you will see like a lot of like one of like the best people. Like I was just watching an interview about Asia Wilson. She said the same thing. She was like, I did not get into basketball until like I was way older. Like I was a late bloomer. I was like, I feel you. Like retweet. Like I don't know what it was about us, but it's just like I guess so.
Mm. I think that's more common for the ladies than it is for the guys.
You know, for sure, for sure. Like my little brother, he's 13, but he's been playing basketball since he could walk. Like I don't know what. It's not like my dad forced him or anything like that. Like he just gravitated towards the ball, like literally.
I think a lot of times we try to be like dad, and so whatever dad does, kind of pull towards it more. So like, if your dad was a rapper, He would have been walking around with a mic in his hand and listening to music all the time, trying to rap. But
Yeah.
dad's in the league, so all right, I'm finna pick up a ball. Like my like your dad's around this thing. I want to be like my dad, so you're gonna
Hmm.
gravitate to whatever that thing is. For the girls, it's like, bro, I just want to be around dad anyway. I don't care what you're doing. I
Right.
just want to be around dad. So I think that's kind of what the difference is, because boys want to be like their dad, and girls just want to be with their dad. So
Right. That makes sense. I never really thought about it that way too. I don't, because I always want. I didn't like. Art, like he is just like, it's videos that we watch, and he had like a little mini goal. Like that boy was all he refused. Like he would always wear basketball clothes. Like for the longest time till he was about like 7, he didn't want to wear anything but basketball clothes, no matter the occasion, no matter where we went. He was decked out in his long tights, jersey, ball in his hand. The ball did not leave that boy's hand through the airport, like school. It didn't matter. He needed the ball in his hand. So that's so funny because like I was literally not like that.
and so, what made you get into it then?
Basically, one day, like I said, I was in middle school and I was walking past this whiteboard and it was like basketball tryouts. And I was like, I went home one day and I was just like, oh my God, I want to try out. So I asked my dad to like help me, and then I didn't make it. I didn't make it. And then that's when the next year, like that was my motivation for to make the team next year. I'm like, okay, I didn't make it, so I was in the gym working, and then I was the best player on the team.
You just like your genetics start kicking in. You just like, I'm me, I'm her, like you were saying, I'm that girl,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just showed that next year. That's all it was.
Exactly.
So when you started playing, were you playing like your dad?
Guess I'm just thinking because I was like a real rim runner, like, and I don't think he was doing all of that. That was like my main thing when I first started. I was really good at rim running, and then also like obviously in the post, like, and so my daddy was in the post. So I mean, like, yeah, I was playing like my daddy at first, like in the post, getting rebounds, all of that.
And then you morphed into not being like him.
Because he seen that the game was evolving. So he was like, yeah, Maya, we gotta stretch you out. Like we gotta start having you handle the ball and being able to dribble. So like around, like it was before, but I can vividly remember around COVID because we did nothing. That's what we were doing a lot when we was working out. Like it's just ball handling, ball handling, ball handling, ball handling. I really feel like that's what helped me a lot. And so like even like getting to shoot threes, like just having my range out more and more, like as I was getting into high school, like that was becoming a thing. Just like the whole stretch the floor was a really big
Mhm.
concept that my dad was like, okay, like you got people 7-1 being point guards, like what are we doing? And so he that's when kind of like my game evolved, like my dad, because my dad's been training me since I started. So it's just like, and then whatever trainers that he did put me with, or like, you know what I'm saying, have me working out with, he would obviously see what they were working in. It's like, okay, I'm like, you're gonna have a whole guard workout today, you know what I'm saying, type of thing. So that's kind of how my game went.
Mm. So at what point did it click for you? Like, I'm really going to lock in and do basketball and take it serious. Like, I'm going to be something in basketball. When did that happen for you?
I don't know. Like it's crazy because I was really, really bad. Like I was really, really bad at basketball. And then, like I said, like I was the best player on the team in middle school. And then my dad, he actually started an AAU team. And I played on the AAU team. And I really wasn't that good. Like, you know, the players around me were better. And then the next year, I think that's when everybody left. And so it was like, well, Amaya, you all we got. So I just think having the pressure on me is what just made me get better. And then like anybody that was hating on me couldn't have nothing to say because I was really good then. All of a sudden, I don't know when I realized like, oh my God, I'm so good at basketball. Like I don't. Because even like playing for my dad's team, and then I went to a team called Essence, which is on an EYBL team. And that in my city, which is Pensacola, it's a small city, that's the team that everybody was talking about. Like Essence, Essence, Essence. But I was so confused. I remember being like, what's Essence? Like, what are people talking about? Then I was on it and I've seen like, okay, like I guess this what the hype about. And then like I guess just being surrounded by other really good players, but like we was all good to me. So I'm like, we winning, I'm winning. So it was that kind of thing. And then I went to Miami Suns. I was good on there too, which is another EYBL team. And then that's what I'm saying. Like, when did I even get my first offer? I was definitely still in Pensacola. And I don't think I ever like really sat down myself and was like, Amaya, you're so good at this. Like, I think I kind of like went along with the flow, and whatever came with it, and just continuing to work hard is just all I knew, and to get better, because the more you work out, the better you get. And that's all the goal. Like, when I'm in the gym, I try to go as hard as I can, try to get 1% better, and then come back and do it again the next day.
Hmm. So what kind of was like the process of just being better motivates you?
That's what I'm saying. I guess so. Like, that gotta, like, I feel like a lot of different things motivate me for like different things in different ways. But I just truthfully, what motivates me is being successful. Like, ever since I was a little girl, I told myself I want to be successful. However that looks, however that's gonna look. And I see that like learning more and more about basketball, like, okay, I'm really good at this. Like, this can take me to a lot of places. I can end up with a lot of big opportunities, like at the University of Georgia, like being on this podcast, like to open different doors for myself. So it's just like, I think that's really my motivation. I want to be successful. Like, and so I feel like God is showing me that basketball is going to be my way. So just knowing that, and then working hard. And then on top of that, like, I grew a love for the game. Like, I'm having fun doing this. Like, basketball is fun. So it's just like, when you take all of that into account, that is just like, it's motivating. And plus, like, nowadays, like, because I was just at home for May, we go home, and it's just like me and my dad, we wake up at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, we would lift first, go to the gym, and then I would feel great about my life. Like, I love working out too, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes, not to say that I don't need motivation, but it's just like my motivation that I'm about to be in the gym. That is it. Like, I love getting up, saying I got work in. Did you? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like it's in me. So
Now that's a good space to be in, because you're gonna have those days when you don't feel motivated and
that's
you don't
true.
want to do it. But if you enjoy the process and you like doing what you do, you don't need motivation, because it's just what you do. Like, I was
Mm-hmm.
telling a homegirl, she was dealing with struggles of working out and stuff, and I'm like, I feel you. I had the same pockets where you get frustrated of not getting the outcomes you want to have, but
Right.
you get a pocket where it's like, I'm not gonna stop working out. I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing, because when I'm not gonna get better. And at this point, it's a lifestyle, and overall, I like doing it.
Yes. Heavy on the
So
lifestyle. Heavy on the this is my life. So I'm about to go do what I need to do.
yeah, so at this point, it's like I can't turn around. I'm like, I'm not gonna stop doing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of stuck. Like, it's not gonna
Mm-hmm.
go away. Like, even with like something changes in my life, it's like, okay, how am I gonna fit working out in there? How am I gonna fit this
Right.
in there now
Right.
versus just throwing it to the side? So it's different when it's a lifestyle for you. It's hard to get away from. So
Definitely.
like you were saying, at this point, it's easier for you to do it because it's a lifestyle. It's just a part of what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And so at that point, it's like seeing the results from it becomes a lot easier, because it's what you do now
Mm-hmm.
and you enjoy it. So it's like, all right, you have no choice but to get better.
Right.
So
That's true.
yeah, I think motivation gets a little overrated, but that's all another rant I don't want to get into.
Okay, we don't gotta get into it.
But so tell me about when you started getting the scholarships and everything coming in. Like, was Georgia your first option, or
No.
what you wanted to? What was that
No,
like?
Georgia wasn't even on my radar, literally. What happened was I committed to UCF, and um the coach that was here, Joni, she got the job opportunity at Texas A&M, and so that's when the job opportunity opened. And my coach used to play here like way back in the day, and that's when they hit her up. And because I love my coaches so bad, I'm like, I have to follow them. And they were like, yeah, we really want you to come. So I'm like, this is a win-win. And so I ended up being at Georgia. And that's kind of how that went. Because I was supposed to go to UCF. I decommitted and then came here.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes Georgia so great?
Well, like I said, I would say my coaches still. Like I love my coaches. I love like how I can depend on them for any and everything, and like the certain situations that I've dealt with, and even how I told you like certain adversity I faced. If I need anything, they're gonna be there for me. So I just feel like that's one thing that really makes me love Georgia is just knowing that I have this family environment, like my family away from home.
Hey, hold on. Time out real quick. We're gonna get back to the episode. I know you're enjoying it. I know you're enjoying the show. But I need you to help me real quick and to make sure that this episode can grow, make sure this podcast, the show can grow overall, and you can keep getting great guests like this. Make sure that you subscribe and follow along. So if you watch right now on YouTube, help me out by hitting the subscribe button. Okay, go ahead and do it real quick. If you're listening in your car, chill out for a second. If you're on Apple or on Spotify, just like when you get a moment, hit the follow button, but not right now while you're driving. If you're working out or something, or you're chilling in your room, then go ahead and subscribe with me. Like, help me help you, okay? But thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna stop interrupting so you get back to the episode. Thank you. So you hear a lot of people talk about why the school is great and how it's a family environment, right? And it's kind of just I don't say it's cliche, but it almost becomes cliche at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't find out it's the same thing like a friendship. Like you say, this is my friend,
Right.
but then stuff happens and it's like, oh, you're not really my friend. Or it's like,
Right.
oh, you really are here for me. So when you hit that low point in, your life and your career and that happened and they showed up there for you, what did that do for you?
Um, when they showed up for me when I was at my lowest point, I just think that it showed me that I can really count on them. You know, you hear a lot of different things about a lot of different coaches and a lot of different schools, especially like looking at how many people transfer here and there for whatever the reason may be. So, I mean, I feel like it just really showed me like where I stand with them and who they are as people, because I feel like it's bigger than basketball. Like even though in college it definitely is a business, things are definitely more precise. These are very much more. But I just feel like for me it just really showed me like what I have, and I'm grateful for it because not a lot of people can say that, like especially throughout their college experience.
And what was that off the court challenge like? Like what were you dealing with that?
Like you talking about just like with my life, or how was I like handling it on the court as well?
Yeah, with your life, like off the court stuff.
Well, I would say like off the court. You're talking about like off the court adversity that I faced.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if I already said this, but kind of just like being away from home and just like, cause I love my siblings, like, and I love my family. I love being around them. So it's just like when days did get tough, it's just like not being able to be around them, and then like school, like I mentioned, being able to like handle all of that. It just be like, cause I'm learning. You know, self awareness is a good start. I'm very dramatic. And so it's just like when things happen to me, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. Like, and I just feel like it would become overwhelming. Like everything was just too much. So that was like my main thing. Just every little thing, big or small, was dealt with. It just caused me to just be like, oh my god. But I think a lot of that has to do with me being dramatic. So like learning that about myself, that I've been told I've been dramatic my whole life, but I feel like now that I'm getting older, I'm seeing it. And so like learning how to navigate things in a very calm and like, okay, solution, forget what is the solution we can find. That's kind of like how I was able to get through the adversity that I faced off the court. And then also whatever distractions, I let the distraction, I understood that distractions are going to be distractions. So like we're tunnel vision to that. Like I might get caught up into it, but understanding like that's not even worth my time nor my energy to pay attention to. So let's just focus on what we need to be focusing on, which is basketball in school.
Was it a boyfriend thing?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. One thing about me, like I mean, I did have a boyfriend, but like I feel like stuff like that, that's, I don't even know the right word I'm trying to say, but if you let that type of thing distract you from getting to the money, we got a whole nother issue. We got, in my eyes, basketball is the money. I'm working. Okay, that's getting to the money because I know like I'm putting in work, I'm getting better. So boom, I made some money today. If I let a boy distract me from getting my money in, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not saying like I didn't go through certain things with a boy and that it affected me, but it didn't affect me that deep. When you know what I'm saying, when it's time to make the money,
Mhm.
let's make the money.
I'm just asking because a lot of times, like in college, I don't want to say you don't have a lot of problems, but you don't have a lot of problems. Like it's like relationship
That's
stuff.
what my parents say, but I be having problems, okay? Like
Listen,
that's what
listen.
my coaches say. Like it's very minute. You don't even know. You're not into the real world. But no, I'm sorry. I have problems and I be going through it. Like my coaches love to say like you don't even know the cusp of XYZ. No, honey. I understand. Okay. Maybe not all of it. Maybe not all of it. You know what I'm saying? But some stuff I can't adhere that I definitely went through that and it was a lot.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and belittle anybody's problems. But now that I'm older and I look back, it's like I would kind of want to go back to have my college problems. Cause when you have to wake up and then you got bills and then more bills. I gotta do phone, car, place to live, food. And it's like it's on me to do all this every month. It's like, all right, bro, like hold on, let's time out. Can I take a pause and like not do this for a second?
Right.
And you can't take a pause. But in college, it's like you got certain stuff afforded to you, especially being a scholarship athlete. It's like you don't have to worry
Right.
about as many things. But
Right.
I know being a human being, you're still going to have problems. So I'm
Right.
never going to sit here and be like, you have zero, you have nothing to complain about.
Right.
Never going to say that.
Right.
Because once again, I was in that position. I was still in college at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm talking to middle school and high school kids, I'm like, yo, I feel you. Like, hey, I understand, my guy.
Right. Right. Right.
Listen,
Right.
he did you, girl. I feel you. I'm here with you. I'm a big, I'm huge on empathy, so I
Right.
understand.
Right.
But I'm gonna let you know that hey, this ain't something you can't overcome. Like you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna look back at that. Like think about you in middle school. You like, girl, if you don't shut up complaining, like that's all you gotta deal with.
No, literally. Literally. Okay.
So that's how we feel.
Yeah, no, I can understand. I can understand. I like how you broke that down though. I like how you kept it, it's specific with that you understand and you're empathetic because I feel like a lot of adults are not. And that's what blows me cuz it's just like, whoa, wait a minute. Don't belittle what I have going on cuz to me that's big. I'm sorry that my
Hmm.
big is your small, but to me it's big. So let's keep it at big. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you saying that cuz it does matter.
Oh, for sure, because that happened to me, and I remember what it was like when people like, oh, you ain't gotta worry about that. I'm like, bro, shut up. This
It
is my world right now.
Thank you.
This all that matters.
Yeah.
So like when you were a kid, like somebody broke your heart, you're done. Like it's don't talk to me for a week because my heart is broken
Yo.
or whatever. It's like when you were a kid, that's everything.
Right.
But now you older, it's like, all right, who's next on my phone? Like, you know what I mean? You mature from those things. Oh,
No,
oh
I
man.
don't do that. No, that is not
Yes, you
how it
do,
works.
man. Yes,
No,
you
no.
do.
No,
Yes, you
I
do.
don't.
Come on, man. You gotta lie to me.
I promise I don't. Like, I don't have people in my phone. I don't do that. I promise I don't do that. Like, I be having.
Okay.
I'm so serious. Like, no. When
It's
I'm
okay.
going through something, I be taking my time. Like, and I don't like wasting people's time and energy. So like, and I'm a big energy person, so I don't like sharing my energy with a whole bunch of people. Like I don't know what it is about me, but I feel like I'm very different, especially like when it comes to like relationships and things like that. And knowing and seeing how people move in real life. Like you hear about it, you see little things on Instagram about how girls or boys may move, but then to like see it or go through it, it's like, whoa. Like this really
Mm.
happens. Like people really do that. Y'all able to I I can't relate, but I mean, shoot. I guess so. More power to whoever. More power to y'all, for real.
I thought we were doing so well, and you just keeping it very transparent and honest. But all right,
You guys
okay.
are so weak because of you not believing me. Like,
Listen, man, I find it hard to believe. I think more women are more disciplined than guys are because you have to say more, no more than guys do.
right,
So I'm like, you don't have to say no's at all at this point. That's why I'm like, you don't. If somebody was playing you, it's like, man, let me actually DM this guy back instead of just ignoring him. That's what I feel like most ladies have to go through. So it's like if somebody acting up, like I got like 10 more guys that's like ready to take your spot.
right.
Versus guys, it's like we don't have that same thing.
I feel like y'all do, and I feel like that y'all are always gonna have your. I feel like y'all. It's like, oh, she tripping. I got 10 other people on my phone. I definitely feel like that for girls and boys. I feel like it's no better. Men are no better than women, and women are no better than men. Like this generation is just like it's just. I don't know what love is anymore. I don't know what being in a relationship means anymore. I don't know what you can and can't do. I don't know. I don't even know what it means to be loyal to somebody. The way how people act these days. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's why I just have to stay away. I'm telling you that. Listen, anybody watching, just stay away. You young, just stay away. Stay away. Stay away. I can't do it. I can't because I feel like I'm the type of person that loves hard, and I'm very like whoever I'm with, I'm very into them and them only. And I just feel like it just, I just, mm-mm, that just don't be the case, clearly.
I will say that today's time is really is weird,
Mm-hmm.
and I just can't get with it, and I'm fine with that. You feel me? Like I'm not for everybody. Everybody ain't for me. I realized that a while ago, and I'm at peace with it. So
Yes.
it's like, hey,
Yes.
you do what you do. I'm not finna sit here and judge you because that's the lifestyle you
Oh
want to live. I'm just
no,
like, hey,
right. Oh
do what
no,
you
no,
want.
no, no. I will never judge. Look, like I said, more power to them. Listen, it's just not how I'm gonna roll. I just can't. I just can't do it. Like I cannot get with that. I can't. I don't know. Like I just. I don't know what it is about me. I just can't do it.
Listen, don't let that get to you. All right, because I tell my friend this a lot, and I'm not even saying I'm right when I do this, but I give everybody three answers
What
for
I mean.
anything. So if you come to me with a situation, you want my thoughts on it. I always have three different answers. Sometimes two. Hopefully, I can get down with just one, but I usually give three answers.
Okay.
So you come to me for advice. I'm gonna give you based on how I know you stuff I feel like you should do or say or whatever.
Right.
But then I might give you my actual thoughts and opinions on it, of how I would kind of handle the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm gonna give you like the spiritual thought of what I feel like God and the Bible has to say about this.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes some three answers are totally different things. Like
Right.
I understand what you want to do, but if it was me, I do this. But both of us are wrong because this is what he says.
Right.
And so I kind of always have to be careful with all that stuff. But ultimately, I'm gonna give you my real. Like, listen, like if you read what Peter and Paul say in the Bible, like, hey, this is what I say.
Right.
But if you really read what was supposed to happen, this is what it says.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of where I come from. It's like, hey, I hear the situation. This is what the world has to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel you. That's what y'all got to say.
Right.
But for you specifically, this is what you should do. This is what I do. But ultimately, this is what the biggest opinion should be. And
That's
so,
real. I need friends like you in my life. That's real.
hey, man, I told you I'm not for everybody, ain't everybody for me. So it's like I'm one of a kind, So it's
Mm-hmm.
tough to come around me like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
tough. Hold on
Mm-hmm.
now. So, but nah, like once I realize more of that, it's just like you become more at peace with the world. And if you read the Bible, it's like you're not supposed to fit in. You're not supposed to be like them. It's supposed to be awkward. It's supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be all that stuff because you're called to be peculiar people. I'm not going to go deep into that, but you're supposed to be set apart and be different.
Right.
So it's not a surprise to be like, y'all weird. I don't agree with nothing y'all saying because you're not supposed to.
Right. That makes sense. I feel like I encounter a lot of weird people on the strength of I just don't understand why one would do that or why one would handle a situation in that way. Because one thing about me, if somebody calls, I feel like weird is the number one thing that you should never want to be, like, should never want to be called, never want in your description. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like as the older I get, I feel like human beings are weird, like weirder and weirder. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, why would we? That's just my opinion, though, and it makes me just be really mad at the world. It does, because like, why are people like this? I don't understand. I don't understand. It makes me really sad too. Like, I don't know.
See, that's the thing about me. I can understand things, and that go back to me being empathetic. Like I can rationalize where that might have come from, and that leads me to be like, cool. I don't get mad about it. I don't get sad about it. And I do find like I get mad at stupidity sometimes. Like that
Mm-hmm.
was just stupid.
Right.
Then I get annoyed with it. But for the
Right.
most part, I'm pretty chill on stuff, man. Like I'm not moved one way or another.
Right.
And then like I said earlier, it's like when you realize the word's supposed to be dumb, for lack of better words, it's not surprising to you anymore. It's like
Right.
the world's supposed to get weirder. It's the word's supposed to have dumb moves. It's supposed to be different from what you agree with. So when you go into it with that mindset, it's like, oh, nothing happening is a surprise anymore
Because this
because
was
it's supposed to
expected.
happen that way.
Right. Yeah. I never really thought of that perspective because I'm very big on perspectives and, like, seeing things from others' point of view and, what I'm saying, things of that nature. But I never thought about that. Like, because I definitely think everything happens for a reason. Everything happens the way it's supposed to. But not even going with thinking like, oh, this is literally how it's supposed to be already. Like, how you just broke it down. So I'm gonna use that and start thinking, because like you said, like, I think that's like, maybe when I get into certain situations, like, I don't really look at their point of view, like, unless I really, really know them and understand their brain. When I understand your brain, then it's like, okay, I understand why. But if I don't know you, to me, you're just a weird human being, and I don't want to associate myself with you. I'm sorry. Like, it's just that simple.
Yeah, it's a lot easier for me to kind of get to that place where I can get to that place you're saying a lot faster now that I'm
Mhm.
older because
Mhm.
I just sit back and observe a lot of stuff and I take in a lot of different. I listen a lot, so it's
Mhm.
easier for me to get to people's perspective a lot faster. Sometimes it's a little bit of assumption, but more often than not, I'm leaning in the right direction.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I start seeing, okay, you're a hooper, you deal with this, you deal with that, you got a P5 school. Through talking enough girls in this situation or guys in this situation, I can kind of feel where you're coming from off the rip.
Right.
And then I talk to you a little bit. It's like, okay, boom, I won't throw this on you. I'm gonna keep that over there with me. So through enough information gathered through my little years on this earth, it's like, okay, I can rationalize where you're coming from and get your perspective.
Right.
So the older you get, it'll become a little bit easier for you.
Mhm.
But you'll get to a point too where you still want to stay humble with it. You want to get arrogant and be like, oh, you know people. It's like, no, bro. Like you're
Right.
not you're not there yet. So it's a little balance. It's a little game you gotta play with yourself and just constantly learning.
I understand that.
We got so far off from talking about basketball though. That's crazy.
We did.
It's your fault. Why you up here talking about
My
life
bad.
and
That's on me. That's
dang,
on me. Look,
man?
that's on me. I'm sorry.
You're supposed to be finding out who Amaya Evans is, and we up here talking about relationships and how weird the world is.
At least they'll get to understand how my world, like how I see the world. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that was cool though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk relationship then. Let's find out what a guy wants and what he can expect from Amaya Evans. So, if a guy right now is at Georgia or somewhere in the vicinity, he's watching this podcast, he's watching you on IG, and he's just like, man, that girl,
Yo.
man, something about her, man. Like, if I can
Yeah.
figure out a way to get around her dad, then I'm good. So, how can you help a brother out? Somebody wants to talk to you right now. What is something you can give him because he just wants to, man, he just wants to be around you and get to know you.
Well, all he has to do is say hello and introduce himself. And then that's it. That's all you have to do. and say, "Hey, my name is blah blah blah," and I'll be like, "Oh my god, hi, my name is Maya." Like, and we have a good conversation. We have, cause I'm. It's not like I'm a hard person to talk to. So I mean, if we cooling, then we cooling. Like, it's just that simple. You don't have to do nothing extra. I'm not saying like I'm gonna have to feel your vibe and this that, and the third. And I like, to be honest, like I know off rip, like if I would want to actually mess, like I know off the top, I know off first impressions. So it's just like either I'm going to continue to be your friend, or if you really apply that pressure, then I'm gonna go along with the pressure. If not, I'm gonna be like, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I like to be friends with everybody. I like to be cool with everybody. But yeah, like it really, you don't really have to do much. Like that's all it is. Like, and if we have a cool conversation, then cool.
So have you had a relationship since you've been in college?
Yes, I have had one.
Okay, when I say I'm like a serious boyfriend girlfriend, not talking and all the others, like an actual boyfriend girlfriend.
One.
All right, cool. So, like you said earlier, of course they're not going to be a distraction to you because you focus on getting your money, you focus on getting
Thank
buckets
you.
and all that
Thank
stuff.
you.
But it's easier said than done. So, how did you kind of manage and navigate through? Because I know basketball schedule's crazy, class, the college experience in life is crazy.
Definitely.
Then you're trying to add a relationship on top of that. So how did you manage all those things going on?
Well, first of all, as a young girl, I was not allowed to have no type of boyfriend. So, and my parents always, told me that I was like, told me, don't get caught up in boys. You don't need a boyfriend. XYZ. So like that's kind of been implanted in my brain already. And so I mean, and my mom always tell me like, you going to school, I'm sending you off to school for education and basketball, honey. So it's like when I know that in the forefront of my forehead, then it's just like I could never get caught up in the madness. And it's just also I'm not naive to anything because I understand we're in college, I understand we're young and turn, I understand, you know what I'm saying? So really we here for a good time, not a long time. If we're being rational about it. However, and when I am in a relationship, I do take it very much very seriously. Like I date to marry. Sorry. So I mean, the reason why it wasn't a distraction for me was because it was helping me. Like, first of all, he
Mm.
was an athlete as well. So it's just like as far as like scheduling and things of that nature, like we almost had the same schedule. Like when I'm in the gym, he in the gym. So it's like we was just we was working at the same time. As soon as we get done, and it's just like if I had a bad day or a bad practice or the things that I was facing off the court, I could talk to him literally about everything, and then he would help me feel better. Like he make me feel better. Like I feel like we were both there for each other in different ways because we both had just got to college. Like what I'm saying, things of that nature. So it really wasn't a distraction to me, because I feel like we both knew like we're here to get to the money. Like that was his mindset and that was my mindset too. And I feel like that's why we worked so well as well because we had the same goals and mindset. Like he was so goal oriented and mind driven. Like he inspired me. Like he would be watching podcasts on TV. Like we wasn't watching. Like I feel like he would like add food knowledge to my brain. You know what I'm saying? Like so he was just different. Like that's why for me. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I just I would never let it get to a distraction point because it's just not that serious. And I'm not saying like little things didn't happen or if we would go through something, it wouldn't affect me, but I would never let it affect me enough to you could see it on the court. And I feel like a lot of my teammates may have done like well, not may they did do it. And so that's where I looked at them like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be like that. And they were a lot older than me too. Like I'm talking about seniors, fifth years going through this, and it's like, oh, why is she having because her and da 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 into it, huh? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, oh no. Like, so I made sure that I definitely stayed level headed with all of that. Like, seriously. And even if it did show on my face, it didn't show in my body. Like, I'm still going hard. I'm still doing what I gotta do. I'm sorry. It just is never that serious. Like, I'm sorry.
I don't know, man, because you hear a lot of pro guys and they'll be like, like I don't know somebody specifically, but just talk about how somebody go through a little slump and they struggling, and in our eyes, as you know, outside looking in, we are fans, whatever. And like, man, he sucked, bro. Why he struggling right now, man? He can't buy a bucket, da 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 da. But on the inside, it's like, yo, he in it with wifey, or he in the doghouse right now because
Right.
she tripping on something he did, or she just tripping because she tripping and he ain't do nothing, or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
you don't know, like those 2 weeks, he is getting into it with her.
Right.
And that's these are pros. Like these are like the top tier, the top tier, the top tier. Like
Right.
so for me, I can't sit here and expect that from a college kid to be like be stone cold and be professional, compartmentalize things. Because sometimes it does bleed over, especially if you're really locked in with them to where like you never know. It could have been that's they whole relationship been with them in college, and that's they boo. That's they boo thing. They talking about getting married and everything. So
Right.
for them to have the situation hit them, it's like it's hard to compartmentalize that stuff. So, but once again, I'm the empathy guy, so it's I can see
Right.
perspective.
That's why. Yeah. I'm sorry. You gotta lock in. That's what I'm saying. One thing about it, if I'm into it, I work out so I don't have to think about it no more. Me personally, like when I'm working out, I'm not thinking about it. And if I am working out and I do think about it, it's my motivation. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Let me go get a bucket. Like it's just that simple when it comes to me. I mean, sound great. Sorry for you know what I'm saying. Sorry for anybody who do let it affect me. That's not mentally strong enough to not let that, you know what I'm saying, like veer what they got going on. I feel like you gotta be mentally strong to be able like maybe when I'm not in the drill, I just be like, dang, I'm thinking about them. But in the moment, I'm not. So it's just like that's what I'm like. Maybe in my mind, but in my body, like I'm still going hard. I'm still like it's not that serious to the point where I'm not making a shot or something like that. Like I'm just so messed up thinking about him. I just no. I'm sorry, no, no.
Okay, I get it to you. Cause I agree. I was trying to like see if I catch you slipping, but whatever.
What? You would never catch me sleeping. I'm crying.
Yeah, I think it just gets to a point where it's like you said, you gotta lock in. And
Right.
if this is what you really want to do, like that's part of being a professional. Like this is what I do. Even in the college level, like this level of professionalism that you have to have and carry yourself
Definitely.
with. Because
Definitely.
now with the NIL bags and
Exactly.
all the opportunities out there, it's like man, you can't be caught slipping. Especially if you want to go pro, whether that's NBA, WNBA, G League, overseas, whatever it is, you got to perform. So
Exactly.
can't be letting some person out there mess up your money, like you said, man.
Exactly.
Then
Like me
get
and
it
him
back.
aren't together no more, so it don't even matter. Sorry. Like that's what I like. No, like it doesn't matter. Like looking at the big scheme of thing, like it does. It just doesn't matter. Like love him, love him, love him, but like I think my mama taught me that. Like because who cares? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like you said, not I don't have the 10 men in my phone, but if I wanted something to shake, oh, it'd be by because people in college are just. I'm sorry, it's just easy. It's just very very easy to like just do whatever you want to do. So if that's what I was on, then it'd be nothing. Like you know what I'm saying. So when
Mm-hmm.
you think about all the factors of like we're in our prime right now, so just live life, be free, breathe air. That's all I gotta say. Like I'm sorry.
So what happened between y'all, man? Why aren't y'all together if he was so great? You know, just I'm just people. I know somebody's listening to this and they're like, so I have to ask for them because they're wondering like what
Right.
happened between y'all. Then?
So
It's not me asking;
basically,
they're asking, not me.
yeah. So basically, there was 3 reasons I told myself like, mm-mm. And he couldn't see things from my point of view. I didn't like that. Like, okay, a really big situation happened, which caused us to break up, but I did what I did, and I stood 10 toes on what I did, and I will forever and always stand 10 toes on what I did. But for him, it was just like, oh, like this is the end of the world. Like you're not who I thought you were. Blah blah blah. But I'm looking like, well, if you understand me, number one, and know my brain. Because everybody that knows me that I told the situation to, they weren't surprised by what I did at all. So it's just like, so I felt like I could not be with somebody that doesn't understand my perspective. Then I felt like he was in love with his mother, or his mother was in love with him, like something like that. I don't really know, something like that going on. And I honestly forgot the third reason, but I had three reasons why I told myself I would never. And so that's why, like, I just, yes, to make a long story short, a situation happened, and it just, okay, that's the start of it. But in all honesty, it's just like, I don't want to be with him no more. Like, because of the three things I said, I don't want to be with him. It's not to say, because he probably still wants to be with me. I feel like everybody that messes with me still, I don't feel like that's the truth. So I don't know. Like, I'm just not on him. Like, that was so old and so not it. And I've just, mm-mm. Mm-mm. He just, to me, he's not a real human being, everyone. Everybody listening, that's why it didn't work out, because he's not a real human being. I feel like the decisions he make and the way how he handled things can't be correct. It just doesn't make sense. So, mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm all right. I'm all right. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm not go I want to, but I'm not gonna do it. Okay. I
What do
want
you
to.
want to do?
I want to find out what happened. But I'm not actually I'm being nice. So I'm respect.
Is that not, that was kind of a beat around the bush.
Yeah, listen. I am the king of skating around answers. I will moonwalk around any answer if I don't want to answer it. So I'm very aware when somebody's skating around an answer. Listen, you're not no. I'll let you slide though.
Okay,
I will let you slide.
pretty good idea. Yeah, like, shoot, he might be watching. He might mess around and be like, "Why were you talking about me?" I'll be like,
I'm gonna post that entire clip
no,
just to see what happens. Oh man,
yo,
that's funny.
that's fine.
I'm gonna let it slide though. We
Okay,
can pivot off of that.
okay,
I'll be nice.
thank you.
You can tell me off there. That's fine. And I'll give a Cliff Notes version after we get done recording.
Okay,
All right.
okay, I got you.
Oh man. Progress is not about perfection and being perfect. It's about making growth no matter what. It's about pushing yourself to the limit and beyond those limits. Every challenge that comes your way, you're overcoming them. And it's about striving to become more and doing more. Every single step, every single day, every single dribble is a victory. You've won as long as you're making progress. Because progress is the only goal. So invest into that progress, invest into that dream. Get yourself a reminder that progress is the only goal. I think we really are finding out who Amiya Evans is, because
That's
this has
great.
been an interesting one for sure. Because we went from talking about your basketball career and being a daughter of an NBA player to perspective on life, relationship perspective in situation with that.
Yeah. We did. It's been a very nice and interesting conversation. We've been covering a lot of topics. This is nice.
What else you want to talk about? Let's go somewhere else. Let's take it somewhere else in your life. What else you got going on?
Well, okay. Right now, I'm actually about to get my real estate license. I actually just called this lady literally today, um, to sign up for this class. Like, I don't want it to. Like, I've looked into the online part of things, but I'd rather be in person so I can be more engaged. So I definitely want to get into that, and because I know that's something that I want to do when I'm older, like own property, or just definitely getting into that market, because I heard that's where the money resides. So I would like to be where the money resides, and knowing that I can get into it while I still also have something else going. So maybe by the time I finish college, or I don't know, in the next year, I'll be like owning some property and just like, taking it even further, pushing it even further. So that's what I'm into right now. And just like different things like stocks and like all of that. Like that's some stuff that I really want to like get into. I hear about it all the time. I've ran into certain people talking about it, and so now it's like all about like doing your research and learning for yourself. So that's what I'm into right now, just doing my research and then taking certain classes so that way I can be successful in that path and lane.
I'm gonna need you to hook me up then and teach me about. Maybe not even teach me. I'm gonna just be like, hey, I got $5. Can you? How many houses can I buy with these $5?
I don't know about $5. Oh no, no, no. I don't know about that.
$5 can get me a start with something, you know.
Maybe you're right. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm sorry. I don't know about a $5 start.
All right, 15. $15 is a good start.
You blowing me. No, you need about a cool band, honestly. Like, and not even. I think it's you need a lot more than that. But let's start. If we're gonna start somewhere, let's start at a band. You talking about some $15?
You thought I was gonna say 15,000,
Yeah, I'm thinking.
1,500. No, man,
I'm like 15.
$15.
15
No,
what? Oh,
one
$15.
five.
No.
I get a $10 bill and a $5 bill. Put that together. Send it to
We can
you.
go to freaking Chick-fil-A and get some food. I'm sorry. That's what we could do with the $15.
Hey, I'll take that too. So, hey, somebody got to eat. I like to eat. We'll figure
Me
something
and
out.
you both.
But nah, stocks is. I got some stocks too. I'm not like a expert. I don't put game out there on stocks. I just throw my money in there,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know nothing about what I got right now. I just got money in there. I don't
And
know what it's looking like. Honestly, it's
okay.
just in there. I don't know what it's
Okay.
doing. So
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully, something come out of whatever you got going. But that's what I'm saying. I be confused. Like I hear about it, but I don't really know about it. So that's what I'm saying. I got to do my research on it because I heard you can make good money by investing in things and getting into stocks and stuff. So it just be complicated. All them percentages and you know what I'm saying, a little line and the market down this day. I don't even know how to read the market. So just learning, educating myself.
I'll say this though: you can make money from anything and everything. It's about what you put into it.
Okay.
So somebody could look at what you're doing with basketball and it's like, can't make no money in that.
Right.
That's too much. That's too hard. But for you, it's like, duh. Like it's
Right.
obvious at this point. So for somebody else, it's like, oh, real estate stocks easy. I can boom, 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 the numbers like this and
Right.
calculate it. There's nothing for it. If you put the work in, you can make it work.
That's what I plan on doing.
And I'll let you know when I get my 15 to get to you so we can make it work. And
Okay.
we just
Okay.
on the
When I
come
make
up,
it
you know?
big, and really learn how to, I'm gonna circle back. I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, that 15, go ahead and throw that in. I can flip that. I can flip that. Hey, I got you. I got you. I got you. I promise. I got you. I promise.
See, I know it look like I don't know nothing, but I know something. Like I'm there.
Amen. Okay.
So I might be able to buy like a few blades of the grass that's like that house is on with the $15.
Okay. You're back to
A
losing me
handful of
because I was
dirt.
thinking maybe the concrete before you step on the grass. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what maybe 15, but I don't know.
Hey, I need something. I just need
Okay.
something.
Okay. I can get you
A
probably the
handful of the dirt.
concrete. I don't know about the grass because the grass people, you know what I'm saying? But the concrete. I might mess with you with the concrete.
All right, cool. I'm gonna let you handle. I'm gonna give you the 15, and you get back with me on like what it's doing. Okay.
Honestly, for sure. I mean, honestly, we can put that in a contract and everything, so that way we know that no matter what, that this $15, what is that like 0.007%? What are we thinking? If you know quick math.
Listen, I was not the math person,
Okay.
so you just lost me.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Oh man. Know your strengths and weaknesses, man. I'm a point guard. You the post.
Okay.
I don't post up. It's listen. Just
Okay.
play the role.
Play the role.
Play
Know
the
your
role.
role. KYP. All right, I got it.
KYP. We here.
KYP.
We here. We here.
Yes.
The fact that you were actually entertaining my foolishness Something's wrong with you. That's a you thing. Something is wrong with you.
Because I have to. It's the vibe. You gotta go with the vibes. Mhm.
That says a lot about you, though. So, man, that was funny. So, what do you want to do with your life? Is real estate like what you really want to do, or is that kind of just like?
No, I actually want to become a lawyer. Like I'm in school for criminal justice, but I'm changing to sociology. But like I've been really thinking about law school and how that's going to be a lot. So I was thinking I would probably want to do some gap years before I go to law school. And so that's why I'm like, I've always wanted to do real estate because my parents are in real estate. My granddaddy's in real estate. So it's like I've always been around it. So it's just like, okay, let me get into it. So it's just like, I just know that can be like I'm looking at that as more of like a side hustle because like even my dad like he owns like probably like 8 homes like across different states and just like collecting the rent every month. That's easy money, like literally. So just doing that like as more of like the side, you know what I'm saying, for right now. And then basketball, working hard at basketball, and then in a couple years, I
Mhm.
don't know where life will take me, but I've always wanted to be a lawyer. But thinking about law school and just more school, just kind of just. I've been playing a tug of war with myself about it because it's just like school is a lot. School it takes a lot of time and dedication and heart that I have, but I don't know if I want to dedicate to right when I get done with school after I just got done with high school, then college, then more school. Like
Mhm.
I don't know about it. So yes, that's what I want to do in my life. And like I said, my number one goal in life is to be successful. So whatever keeps being thrown in my way and I just feel like, oh, this is an amazing opportunity for to add to my success, trust and believe I'm gonna do it.
What does success look like to you?
Honestly, success is me doing whatever I want to do when I want to do it and being happy. Them two things is me winning and being very successful in life. I say I want to hop on a jet and go to Paris today and I can make that happen. Oh, I won in life. I'm sorry. If I say I need to freaking go take a trip to Thailand for 2 weeks in 2 weeks and I can make that happen. I say I want to take my little sister to go see, I don't know, Justin Bieber live by ourselves. If I say I want to rent out the whole mall and go on a shopping spree and I can make that happen, I'm successful. So doing whatever I want to do when I want to do it, having that ability, and then being happy. Them two things. And I'm great.
Mm. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I got you, Miss Evans.
Yes.
I hear you.
Yes. Yes.
So it sounds like I don't need to give you my $15 and you can just throw me some real estate. Is what it sounds
Oh,
like.
for sure. That's what I'm saying. But listen, we start small to go big. So regardless, you gonna be straight. That's what you gotta know that. Regardless.
As long as I'm around you, you're gonna take care of me.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh man, you are something else.
Am
You know that?
I?
Yeah. Cause like you just keep going around with my jokes, and
Because
that is
like
dangerous.
I'm
That is
telling
dangerous.
you, I don't know. It's the vibe. I'm telling you.
We'll see how long that lasts because yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, I think we need to get out of here before you just end up getting in trouble or something. Because
Okay.
nah, because you already got ex boyfriend mad at, so
No, he not mad. He doing his own thing. He not worried about me. I hope not. He not worried about me. But he probably is. Who not? Not on no cocky, nothing. But that's just how it is. Everybody they be checking for me. I be one thing about me, I'm a block people. I block people. I'm sorry. You gotta get blocked on everything in America. Like you just don't exist. But for some reason, they always find a way to contact me or just something. It's just like, ooh, or just I don't know. It's I wouldn't say it's weird because I understand why. Because I'm probably like the best person they've ever met in their whole entire life. So like I get it. But like once I'm done, and there's no going back. I'm sorry. It's just that simple.
You are some. I was right. You definitely are something else.
But I
Yeah.
mean, that's just my philosophy, and I'm just gonna have to stand on that. As I'm saying, I really don't. I just don't know. Like, and it just be like, well, you had the opportunity to make things right and do what you're supposed to do, and you chose what you chose, and now I have moved how I moved, and I don't move backwards. The future isn't behind me. I'm sorry.
So I just gotta make sure I stay on your good side. That's what it
Exact.
sounds like.
Yes, like I have a issue with blocking people. Like I don't care. Like I will block people in a heartbeat. Like please don't piss me off, for lack of a better word. Like please don't do that. Please don't make me mad. Like just don't do. Just don't. People get blocked around here. Like I love my peace. I love being at peace. So it's just like if you're disturbing my peace after a while, and maybe let's say I tried to tell you like, hey, can you please stop that, and you don't, then I feel like maybe you don't care about me, and there's no reason for you to ever be able to contact me ever again in life. That's just how I feel. I love me,
Mm,
so everyone should do the same. Not everyone, but you know what I'm saying. Like if you want to be in my life, love me.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Valid.
I'll let you have it.
Look, valid or no, valid or no. You like okay, valid or no.
To an extent, yes. So okay, I wasn't gonna say it. So I personally have a dislike with the whole blocking thing that everybody does because sometimes it's like unwarranted. I'll say that. Like it does get to a point where it's like, all right, we have to remove you from my life because
Right.
whatever. And I
Right.
understand that. But it's like you sneeze the wrong way, you're blocked. If you do anything minutely wrong, you're blocked. And I'm like,
Yes.
maybe it's miscommunication. Like there's so much that can just be miscommunicated through text or whatever
Yes.
that you might not get my personality or you might not just know my joking style. So it might rub you the wrong way. But I had
Yeah.
no ill will and no ill intent. So I'm just like, y'all are just blocking people for no good reason. And you say you call it being at peace, but it's might be immaturity. It might just be you doing it. I don't know. And so I just have a slight issue with everybody just being so quick to block without any like for real reasoning besides
No.
funny vibes. I'm like, all right, cool.
I definitely 110% agree with what you're saying. And I feel like I have grown from that because back in the day when I was 16 and all of that, I used to block people for no reason. You're right. You sneeze the wrong way. I'm sorry. You are blocked. When I was younger, I did do that. And then like the boy that I was talking about, like my last relationship, he taught me like that's not okay. Like you can't just be blocking people for fun. Like he wasn't the type to call me. It was just like, okay, that's what you're doing. You're gonna have to stand on that. And so I feel like that kind of took away the immaturity part of it. But I mean, like, it's only like that when it comes to, I feel like the boys that I talk to because, like, it's kind of personal. As far as, like, my friends and stuff, if I block you and you my friend, I blocked you for a very valid reason. Like, we're not friends. No, like, it got to be something, like, something crazy. But I mean, like, I definitely understand. I had to learn that it's not okay to just block people. Like, for real. Because I do have a problem. But I mean, listen, if like I said, if you make me feel like you don't care about me, you don't love me, or you take advantage of having my number or just anything of the nature, you're getting blocked. Like I don't care. Like, and I'm not gonna care. Like me blocking you, I'm like I said, I'm at peace, so I don't care. I don't think about how the next person feels or how they might. I don't know. I just do stuff for me. Like I just because even maybe I might block a person because I know that if they call me, I'm gonna answer the phone. Like it might not be as deep to block, but like I know I'm not supposed to be talking to this person, or I just can't even. You know what I'm saying? So I might have to just do it for me. So. I get what you're saying though, because it's two sides to everything. So I guess it just depends. Like, but it is. You're right. It is not okay to block people for no reason. It's not okay to do that.
I mean, that's my issue. So like people, it's like when you take pride in blocking people, that becomes a problem for me
Right.
because you don't even have anything to stand on of why you did it. It's just like I do it because I want to flex my power, and I'm just like, all right, kind of like they have power over you, really. But
Right.
cool.
Yeah,
So,
I get that. That's what I'm saying. I honestly just blocked somebody yesterday. That's because, like, he was doing too much. I don't like when people get to doing too much. Like, don't do too much. I'm sorry. Like, just trying to make something out of nothing. And then, like, mind you, I had been kind of like calling him all day, like, just trying to be cool, making sure he was straight, like, type of thing. And he was just being so dry. Like, no, like, you just are so rude to me and you just make me. And mind you, I had literally did nothing to him. I'm like, what are you talking about? And all day, like, I call him like 5, 6, 7 times throughout the day. And the last time, he just made me mad. So I just blocked him. And I don't care. Like, he just needs to do better. Like, I don't. This is my friend, though. So, but we not friends no more. I don't like people that do too much. But mind you, we've been friends for a very long time. So I don't know. I wouldn't even call him my friend. Like, he just, I don't know what he is, but he got blocked because he did too much. I don't like that.
all right, okay, another timeout. Okay, look, if you got to this point, you have to be enjoying the episode. Like, you have to. At this point in the episode, you're enjoying it. So help me help you. Just if you're on Apple right now and you're on your phone, okay, just take your phone, press the subscribe button. It's right there. Just do that with me. Even if on your laptop, take your mouse, boom, click over, boom, do your thing. Now you subscribe. Now you linked in because you don't want to miss the next great episode that I have. But doing stuff like this helps the episode grow, makes the show grow, and the podcast grow so I can keep getting great guests and keep doing great interviews. So if you listen on Apple or Spotify, take a second, look at your phone, press the follow button, okay? And share with a friend or two because you'll find the value in this. You want to have this conversation with your friends so they can have the same value. Now the whole basketball community can grow. All right. Thanks for listening so far. I'm gonna get out your way. Let's get back to the episode. Appreciate
It
you.
was valid, okay? It was valid because I know how you feel. I just want to make it clear. It was very valid. It was very valid. I'm sorry. It was valid.
Listen, I wasn't finna judge you or none of that. I don't know the context and details. So I was like, all right.
Thank you.
Listen, I'm do the best I can to not pass any judgment on what people do because as as best as I can to get perspective and all that stuff, I still have no room to judge because I don't know. I don't know
Right.
what you've dealt with and what you've gone through because something that triggers you might not trigger me. So from my
Right.
perspective, that's not a problem. But from your perspective, that's everything. So even if I try to look through it through your lens, I still don't have the full context of what was wrong.
Right.
And so that's why I'm just like, I can't judge you, bro. Like I just have my stuff on where I see life, my philosophies, and some of them are very contrarian.
Mm-hmm.
And blocking people is one of the less popular opinions that I have because I just
Right.
feel like sometimes it's immature.
Yeah.
But that 1% is still there.
Right. Okay.
That one
That
time is
was
still
saying.
there. So I'm just like, that could be 1% chance. So
Yeah.
it
That's
is
what I'm
what it is.
saying. My sister like that. My sister don't block people. Like, she's like, yeah, no, like, it's not that serious. Like, I don't block people, and that's cool and dandy. But I've always been a blocker. Like, since I was a teenager. Like, so I like it's in me, literally. So I really do get it. I really do get it. I swear.
It took me forever to finally block somebody. And like I block like little spam calls, so that's nothing. Like
Right.
that's every day. But to actually block a human being I've had contact with, yeah, I don't do that often. I did it with somebody and I don't even know if it was warranted, but I think I needed it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, yeah, you deserve to be on that list. But and that could have just been me and my feelings. But
No, it was probably valid. If you never block people and then this was one person got blocked, they deserved it. I'm sorry.
who knows?
You do.
I don't even know.
You
So hey,
do. You do know. That's why you blocked them. I'm telling you, blocking is so healthy for the brain. Like, I swear. I swear. I swear. It is. It bring me peace. I be happy. Blocked, I can live life to the fullest. I'm sorry. But I know how you feel. But that's just what it is.
do you have more blocks on the court or in your phone? That was a smooth pivot. I like
Right?
that one,
I
B.
don't
Pat myself
know.
on the back.
Probably on the court. I
That was a
don't
good one.
know. That's funny. They probably neck and neck. That's
That was a
funny.
smooth.
I don't know.
Hey, I had to figure out how we're gonna get back to basketball, and I think that was a very good pivot point. So,
I like how you did that.
hey, man, my brain be working sometimes, and
Love that.
sometimes it's working.
Hmm.
Oh man! All right, I think we have a pretty good view of who Amaya Evans is. I think so.
So you know how you can't ask, I can't ask questions.
What is it?
I just want to know, like, okay, so who do you think I am based on our conversation? Like, do you have like a like what? Who would you say I am, like from your point of view?
I think you are very interesting. You have you have a good head on your shoulders because you do have perspective on things. Um, but you're still young, and I can say that being older than you. Like I see the youthfulness in you.
How old? How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay. Okay. Continue.
Hey, I know I look young, but I've people think I'm older since I was like 14.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, people look at me and think, "Oh, you must be 23." Then he act like he 34,
Yeah.
and it's a lot. It's a
Right.
lot that goes on.
Okay.
But yeah, but it's like at the same time, I see like levels of like youthfulness.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a lot of different things, and so I but I feel like you do have good intentions with what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I will say that throughout this conversation, I've become a fan of you. Like I'm rooting
Oh,
for you.
dang.
You know, and I hope this is your breakout year,
It
and
will
people do get
be.
to kind
It
of
will be. We gotta
excuse
manifest
me.
it. It will be.
I can't wait to see this be your breakout
Thank
year.
you.
This is going to
Thank
be
you.
an awesome year for you.
Thank you.
So I'm just glad I get to catch it at the beginning before everything goes up for you.
I like
So
that. Yeah.
is that an adequate answer for
I
you?
feel like that was a great answer. I feel like that was an amazing answer.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
You have any more questions since you just want to switch roles?
No, I don't have any more questions. I try to keep it minimum since that's a part of the rules.
You get on here and you just want to take over the podcast and just break the probably the only rule I have is
And then
don't
I
ask me
just okay,
questions
my
and then
bad.
you go.
My bad, my bad. It's y'all. He told the truth. He said one rule, and I just sat here and broke it. My bad.
Oh man. Oh, you're a rule breaker too. I just want to throw that in there. You are a rule
I
breaker.
followed the rules. I broke one rule. Like you, I bent the rule. I bent it. I ain't. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna interview your coach next and see what kind of coaching that is.
You
Because
really
I
should.
say if I say don't do this,
Okay. Okay.
if I say we're not giving up middle
Okay.
and someone goes middle,
Okay.
what is that?
But if she only takes two dribbles middle, but then I get her to turn.
But if she's in the paint,
Okay. Okay.
what is that called?
Okay. Okay. I guess you're right.
You know, guessing I am right. You broke the rule. It's not a conversation.
Okay.
What is
Okay.
that?
You got it.
Thank you. I knew I was right. I
Right.
wanted you to know that I'm right.
Okay. I see it crystal ball clear now, for sure.
Do you really? Or are you just
No.
saying that?
I get what you're saying. They in the paint. They went middle. I'm wrong. You said no question. I asked a question. I'm wrong. Oh, I bent the rules. I broke the rules. You're right. That's on me. I tell my
See, I'm
coach
a
that
great
too.
coach.
I be like, that's on me, coach. I got you. I got you next time. My bad.
Ain't no next time. You on the bench. Next, get in.
Be mad walking off the court like, dang, I made one mistake. Like, what are we doing?
But you cost us the game. That's what
Oh,
matters, man.
please. If the game was on the line, she's not going middle. I'm sorry. It ain't gonna happen. The heck? Mm.
Uh, I see it all over your face right now. You just like, mm-mm.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Oh man. You got any more questions so we can get out of here?
Nope, I don't have any more questions.
So you can wrap up the podcast then, since you just took over.
Okay, guys. Well, it's been great coming on here and, you know, getting to know me, us. This conversation's been great. I enjoyed myself. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure y'all watch me, Amiya Evans, number 30. Yeah.
And where can the people follow you?
Oh, Amiya Evans 30. That's my Instagram. That's all I got too. I only got Instagram.
And they should subscribe and follow along the podcast, right?
Yes, of course, always. Make sure y'all do that. That's why y'all here. If you watching and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Like, come on.
Well, y'all heard it. I didn't say anything. That was all her. So I appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate you, Amiya, for coming
Of
on.
course.
This was fun. But see y'all next episode.